And just like that, here we go. What is going on? I just want to say super quick that where I am, we are having torrential rains, thunderstorm claps. It is absolutely awesome. I love summer storms. The secret sauce for today: keep pushing boundaries. Keep pushing boundaries. You're capable of more than you think. Don't give up on yourself. The world is going to remind you to quit. You have to believe in yourself beyond anybody else. Next up, Bitcoin shows potential as it absolutely plummets. What are we talking about? We had a Dogwifhat trader. He had, what kind of wins did he have? Gargantuan. Could he have had more? Yes, we will touch base on that. When does FOMO hit for this industry to take us back to the promised land? And is Dogecoin about to absolutely rip chaos to clarity, noise to narrative? It is Sunday. It is August 4th. While everybody else is doing their thing, I am here bringing you the spiel. And it is time for some rare bits. Today, the Crypto Greed and Fear Index is a 34. We are down 2 degrees from yesterday. Top crypto search term for the normies is Celestia. Ticker sign TIA. This always makes an appearance on the list. It is a good thing to hold. It is so rough telling people to hold things when the market has turned red. These are the gambles that we make, right? You have to be able to weather the storm. We're going to talk about what weathering the storm means, and I'm going to give you one interesting example at the end of the show when we check in on our BullX trades. We have Bitcoin dominance. It's up for the 24 hours. We are currently at 54.66. How long do you think it takes before that hits 60% dominance in market? Do you think it does hit 60% market cap? Or do we have some of these other contenders begin to start chip away at the Bitcoin ecosystem? Ethereum dominance, it is down on the 24 hours, and the total crypto market cap has slid by about 2.65%. As liquidations happen, we're coming in at about $2.2 trillion. And before we get into some more news, we are going to check some numbers for the nerds. And if you are not sitting, take an opportunity to seat yourself. Crack a beer. We just sounded the beer horn. And what are we drinking today? This is a wonderful Deep Ellum IPA. It is from a brewery in Dallas, Texas. It is over-the-top tropical fruit, citrus, pine, and floral aromas. Make one for Big Texas India Pale Ale, and I agree, it is delicious. If you are in Tejas, you should pick some of this lovely, scrumptious, delicious beer up. Holy moly. You know what? And you can see behind me what we are looking at. So we're just going to take another moment as Bitcoin is at $59,000. Oh, my goodness. Ethereum, $2,752. Solana, $141. Oh my goodness. What we have to do now is switch up okay, there we go. You know what? I don't know if it is this Deep Ellum IPA that is making me super happy or the fact that we are seeing some green. And you know what? In this type of market, we will take green anywhere we can get it. Bitcoin currently trading at $59,062. So the financial 60,000 barrier has been broken. All shit could absolutely go to hell quickly, but we have recovered 1.3% in the hour. Ethereum trading at $2,744. Ethereum, in my book, the technical analysis will tell you different. Psychologically, $2,500 for Ethereum becomes a huge number in that community. BNB trading at 508. Again, these psychological numbers. We were so close to 600 to set it parabolic. 500 and the drop below could be devastating. But we could see Giga Chads just come in and scoop this dip, which will also send things parabolic. And it could also be programmed in, which is absolutely shitty. This is how they shake people out of the market, right? And we're going to give one example at the end of the show. So XRP trading at 0.53, Toncoin $6.13, Dogecoin 0.104, Cardano. You know what? We're just going to keep moving right along. Looking at my special list, right? These are my favorite things at the moment. Let's see on the week. We have nothing up on the week. One of my coins, Dogwifhat, it is down 37.2% on the week. It's up 6% on the hour. Has the rebound occurred? Brett, down 34% on the week, up 8% on the hour. Is this the bounce that we've been waiting for? Is this a dead cat bounce? Are people going to get trapped and wrecked? The idea is hodl, walk away, and do not look at what is happening. Sometimes you just have to do that. We are looking at the daily volume for the DEXs. We coming in at about $6.435 billion. You can see that we are on a slight downcline in this area. It's summer, right? Just get over it. Quit being a baby. Looking at price losses in the last 24 hours for the top meme coins. We have WIF down 13%, Pepe down 10%, Bonk down 8.9%, SHIB down 5%, Popcat down a shitload, 17%, Floki down 10%, Mog down 7%, Doge. People woke up this morning poor. That's not true, but people that yesterday were rich and traveling woke up with internet access in another country and said, what happened? Oh my goodness. This is just how we do it, and we will take it. Now, you know what? We're just going to keep moving right along because there is a bunch of shit happening. So, Polymarket, what are we looking at today on the Polymarket site? I just wanted to pull up some breaking news and see what motherfuckers are betting on. Will Kamala announce a VP pick on Monday? Iran military response by Sunday. Iran military response by August 12th. U.S. military action against Hezbollah in Lebanon. Murado out before September. Trump and Kamala to agree to debate. Trump and Kamala agree to a Fox News debate. So the last debate that we saw Trump in, it was a CNN debate. And I thought it was fine, but they presented a new playing field which had not been done previously. And interestingly enough, the idea was if it is not your turn to talk, your microphone is cut off. And if you look at any of the previous past Kamala Harris debates against Pence, she does not shut up. So her strength is in her ability to cut through anybody else that is speaking. If that ability is removed, will she succeed? It will be so interesting. The fact, will it be a Fox debate, a CNN debate? These things are fucking, they don't seem like big deals, but they're game changers, and people are going to bet on this shit, and the outcomes are huge. Most medals at the Olympics, USA, they say 81%. Hoorah! We love to see that. Okay, we are not going to dwell on this too much. So, in the world, if you guys, there is a great app. You should get it on your phone. It is called BTW, Break the Web. And why is it great? Because everybody's on the go all the time, and you just pull this thing up, and you can get the top stories. It's super interesting. Number one story at the moment, Olympic glory. At the 2024 Paris Olympics, Scotty Scheffler won gold in men's golf. We had Novak secured his first Olympic gold, completing a career golden slam, a grand slam with a gold medal included. Simone Biles and Suni Lee also made headlines showcasing just absolute remarkable gymnastic ability. Simone Biles, my mother absolutely loves you. It was fantastic to see your performance. And to have the tenacity and grit and drive to perform when it's needed, right? Like so many lucky things need to play into the world, especially competing in your late 20s. Hats off to you. I commend you. You are a force to reckon with. Next up, we have Gaza violence, right? And I know this is a crypto show. This is not about all that shit, but news is crypto news. Bitcoin is down dramatically. Why? Because we have violence. Israeli airstrikes in Gaza killed at least 18, while a stabbing in Tel Aviv resulted in 2 deaths. There's escalating fears of war. We have increased tension. I do not want to dwell on that stuff because it makes me unhappy. We also have unrest, as they say, across the pond. In UK, there are riots, and it is not a good thing. These riots, if they get duplicated in other cities in the US where they're going after these hotels that are housing people that should not be here or here illegally, it's causing a problem, right? These outbreaks are something you have to be aware of and abreast of because these things can pop off like wildfires. We have the Harris-Trump debate. Do we see this happening? Again, it is important how and when and where this happens. The polls, we're going to get to my poll in a second, but every single day I put up the current betting poll to see who the next president will be and how that correlates to the possible Bitcoin price. So as we see these debates move into view and we start to get ideas of how and where they're going to happen, these polls are dramatically going to change. At that time, do we see the price of Bitcoin also dramatically change? I am here for it. So you know what time it is. Okay, so today, usually at this point in the show, I do my call or gamble for the day. And it's funny. I post my gamble for the day, and there was a project that got upset at me, and they're like, hey, we do not like that you call this a gamble. And I get it. Water off my back. Today's gamble, I did not make, well, I did, but we're going to get into how and what happened in a second. But long story short is Sunday, the middle of summer, August, the market is crashing. Yes, I think there are plays to be made every single day. It requires diligent attention. I did not want to spend that today trading. So today's thing is we are going to just tune in live, which is now, and see what happened in my BullX radar, some stuff that I'm doing. We are trying to turn 1 Solana into 100 Solana. We are not in a rush to do this, especially when the market turns all red, AKA it's fine to just leave the salamis in the wallet and do nothing. Yes, the Solana is going down, but everything's going down. When things turn around and people get excited, or I feel like sitting in front of the terminal for a couple hours, I will update this. But for the moment, it is Sunday. It is horrendous weather where I am. I am still getting over COVID. You know what? It doesn't matter what I'm doing. It does not matter. So let's just check in super quick on BullX. Okay. Okay. So we're not doing too bad. Okay. So my purchase call yesterday was this token called Cheatin'. I did a bunch of research on it. I still like it. What was awesome this morning is if you have BullX and you set up parameters, I woke up this morning to a Telegram alert saying one of my sell orders had been executed, meaning I set parameters and one of the sell orders was executed. I did not have to do anything. I set this particular sell order at a 20% loss. If I jump in and the coin goes down 20%, I want to get out. So here's a rub. There are also a ton of trading bots and individuals that understand that us small-time individuals set these parameters. So sometimes what they will do is they will force the coin down below a 20, 22% margin in order to get everybody to sell, and they will pick up buys along the way. So there is a game to be played here. Sometimes on these super shit coins, I might set my stop loss at 40%. So I see a much bigger fluctuation. But for this particular challenge, I want to turn 1 Solana into 100. And my emotional gambling side wants me to change the parameters of my trading strategy. But that is not going to happen. So we are going to check in. So we are going to look at this super quick. I just want to pull this down. So what do we have over here? So let's just back this up a bit. Okay, so I actually like this chart tremendously at the moment. Holy moly. Okay, so I jumped into this token on this downswing, okay? And at this time, I actually made 4 purchases, and I'll explain why there's only the 3 that are showing. But at this time, I just did some research. I was like, yo, I like this. There's something to this. So the first purchase that I made, okay, let me pull this up for y'all. Okay, so the first purchase I made was actually, it was above, okay, no, it's actually here. Okay, so the first purchase I made was here. And when I did that, I automatically set these levels. So as the coin traveled sideways, we're looking good, we're looking good, we're looking good. Okay, boom, we hit a drop. So we crossed my sell level. So the first purchase I made was at the top of this dip down, and I bought the dip down. I bought a piece watching it fall. My parameters were set in place. I got on the computer, did more research, and I said, I like this. I bought more as it dropped. So my first top position, we actually sold out of that. Now, look how close we got to some of my other positions being executed. So I have 3 more positions that are still in play. So we are going to continue and just move forward. So now we're back in this zone. So as you can see, for the 3 positions that I have left, we are currently just below my average purchase price. We are out of the zone for my sell orders to get ignited. And if we happen to go parabolic, I have sell orders on the way up. Why is this important? Because these are meme shitcoins. And you never know what's going to happen. Yesterday, the market looked not too bad. Today, it looks all red. There are people that, like this particular order, I didn't feel like watching this, right? So one of my positions sold. Great. I only lost 20% on that position. I have 4 other positions to go. 3 other positions to go that I'm still holding that did not hit the liquidation level, and I'm going to ride these up. I am probably going to, you know what? I'm going to bid more of this right now. So I just executed a 0.5 Solana order on this because I like where this chart is going. So automatically that you can see on the BullX platform, instantly another 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 sell orders that are executable immediately. As this moves up, these sell orders will also execute according to where I purchased and the percentage gains that I make. So we are going to continue to watch this coin. Now, there are people that have great, absolutely wonderful BullX trading sites where they watch these pump coins and you sit and watch. Why do I not do that? Because it's not unnecessary, but at the moment it's unnecessary because BullX gives you these tools to make great moves. Now, where do you get the great moves? I am in 5 or 6 Telegram channels X account channels, message groups, and I have so many friends. All they do is make plays. Every single play they make, I research and I look at the coin. I do my due diligence. Yesterday in the podcast, I showed you all of the tools that I use to check a coin's meat and potatoes to see if it's worth your time. Now, this morning, I also jumped in on some coins just for shits and giggles. In some of these group chats that I'm in, people really gamble. And when I say gamble, they see something come out of the gate, do no research, they like the name, and they're like, I just bought. So a bunch of us will buy. So I bought on those. And an example is these fluctuate greatly at the beginning. I had sell orders automatically set, and I sold at 20% loss. It happened to go down to like 22% and then go back up. Now, these are the bots that are smarter than we are. These are the bots designed to shake you out of the fucking tree. So if you guys are getting into crypto in this space, involved in this space, or want to get involved in this space, these days that are red, just understand there's a bigger computer at play that is way smarter than all of us. And the market stays irrational longer than any of us can stay liquid, meaning they say buy on the days that are red. There will be a day that is so red and you're out of powder. You can't shoot your gun because there's no gunpowder. You have no cash left in the bank to allocate to this dip. That's the game. So sometimes you just have to not panic, take a breath, and know that it is going to turn around as long as World War III does not begin. And there is no guarantee for any of that stuff. Man, I love Bullx trading platform. If you guys are not involved in it, go to Bullx, bullx.io/beat. It will get you a trading vehicle set up. And what I want to do, I started this kind of on Friday as just a test. We're going to do 1 Solana to 100 Solana. All you have to do, put 1 Solana in your Bullx wallet and join me. We will start Monday. We're going to go live with some great shit. I hope you tune in. So it's nice to see this happening on this coin. The coin is ticker sign CHITAN. The guy involved with the coin, he's a Giga Chad. He's also involved with something called Pink Ecosystem. They are a DeFi platform. I'm not doing an advertisement, so I don't want to mention it any more than that, but there's brains involved. It is a meme coin with people that know what they're doing, which is very different than most of the things that you run into, which is why I jumped into it. So now we are going to get back to some NEWS that caught my attention. Okay. So as I mentioned, one of the things that I have been posting in my Substack, and I will continue to do this until the elections have been determined, is earlier this morning, we had a 55% chance of Trump being president with 43% Kamala Harris. Bitcoin at that time was priced at $59,340. That is all I'm going to say. We're just going to watch this metric and see if it is actually a metric that pans out to be something. Next up, we have crypto analyst Ali Martinez. I have a bunch of quants, and every single morning I look through about 20 of these reports, and I agree with some, I disagree with some, and I believe there is a narrative at play in the crypto ecosystem, and I often pull information from different quants that I like to support my theories. And in that same breath, I also post information from quants that I like and respect that I disagree with, because none of us know. And my goal is not to advise you. My goal is to give you a picture of what's going on and where we might go. And because so many of us are involved in this message, there's so much great information. I do not say I'm an advisor. All I am is a collector of information. And I pass that along out of a passion for the space, for the ecosystem, for art, for artist rights, for blockchain technology, for Web3, for all of the magic that is coming down the pike. I support it. So we're going to get into it. Crypto analyst Ali Martinez, he predicts Bitcoin is about to rebound. He has a couple of signs. He gets into all of the technical mumbo and jumbo. And this is the rub. So this is a report I put together this morning. His quote, if Bitcoin holds 60K, it could rebound to 67. We did not do that. Otherwise, it might drop to 57,000. What are we looking at for the Bitcoin price at this moment? 59,000. Okay, so we have rebounded, which is good. So this 60K mark, okay, so it's interesting. Here's another thing, right? These technical financial marks that have fallen the Bollinger Bands and all this other horse shit. This might be a hot take, but these things are in play September through June, Monday through Friday now, when the financial market and the government are working. We are in August. We are coming up on Labor Day. It is summertime. It is the end of summer. If you are a family that has been saving up or accruing vacation time, you usually absorb that in August before you send the kids back to school. These movements are almost irrelevant till people get back at their desk. My call for that is September 23rd when shit goes parabolic. Until then, in my view, almost none of it's news. We're going to crab walk sideways. We're going to go up. We're going to go down. We need something to excite the people. It is not in the mix at the moment. I've laid out a couple scenarios. The debates. Who will the candidates be? Who will the VP be? What will their stance be on cryptocurrency? All of these things that will play into effect. What is the geopolitical tension at the time? Who's attacking who? Who's killing who? Why are we doing it? What's happening in the UK? Like, why are people so fucking upset? And can't we just smoke some fucking marijuana? Jesus. Okay, we're going to move on, okay? We know that shit's going to go up, shit's going to go down. Now, we're just going to touch on something that is a great story, but also a harrowing tale of whoa. So we had a Dogwifhat trader. Okay. This is why it's awesome. He spent about $5,000. He didn't spend about. He spent exactly $5,340. He spent that about 8 months ago, and he did not sell. What did he buy? He bought Dogwifhat. When he chose to sell, he cashed out $24 million by holding that coin. Now, he round-tripped a shit ton of it. He decided to sell as it was going. He decided to sell when most people are deciding to purchase. So instead of selling on the way up, as you should, if you have a fucking great trading platform like Bullex instituted in your shit, you would not be trading on the way down because you would have had that 20% loss and you would have activated full sell. Boo-hoo. Oh my goodness. Anyway, he sold. He made $24 million. He could have made $14.53 million if he used Bullex. These are fucking facts, right? Trade smarter, better, faster with bullex.io/beat. This is not even an advertisement. Bullex is just so awesome. I reached out to them for a referral code because I love them. I love what they're doing. And it's simple. It will let you trade better, smarter, faster. Don't be an idiot. Don't buy meme coins in your fucking Phantom wallet and think you're privy to the game because you're missing the 1 second chart, the 0.5 second, the millisecond chart, right? Like if you're trading shit, trade it with Bullex. Holy shit. Okay. Next up, we are going to get into another story. So Crypto Dog, another quant that I follow, he is also super bullish on Bitcoin, and everybody was super bullish in their predictions this morning. It will be great to see how they feel as they put out their reports tomorrow and I gather my information and put together my ideology. But basically, what I take away from what Crypto Dog and so many of these other quants are saying through their technical analysis without being able to say that there are other things at play is sentiment is fucking huge. Adoption ability is huge. Your technicals are horseshit if we don't get adoption. When we get traction, when the financial ecosystems are trading, we had Morgan Stanley be the first company that can actually actively advise to their clients to purchase the Bitcoin ETF. They can't even touch the ETH ETF yet. We're so far away from that. Adoption is not here. The bricks are being laid, but we have a fucking election and wars going on. Like, we need to get through the next 1 year and we will have ground to build from no matter the decisions that are made. If we get an anti-crypto president, we will understand the rhetoric and we will build around that. The United States will lose its ability to have innovators innovate from within. They will choose to move to other countries where they are less hostile toward this technology. This technology cannot be stopped. It cannot be broken. It cannot be changed. The trajectory has been laid. If you don't understand it, I cannot explain it to you. You will get it when you get it. Okay, next up, we have a bunch of interesting whales and they are accumulating some things. We are looking at a bunch of different limit sell buy order transactions that are going on. We're kind of at this point where we're hoping this sell pressure may be evaporating. I think fucking the masterminds behind the guys who have the puppet strings, this is to me, right? We're in August. We're in the end of summer, the absolute slowest financial time of the year, in my opinion, till we get to September 23rd. This is where the arbitrage happens, the shit show starts, and they try and wreck us. If you can hodl till September 23rd, you've made it. That's the game. So that is the game. Now, the other thing that I want to report on, I do a bunch of research on all this shit. There's a bunch of these games that have popped up on Telegram. And here's an interesting thing. So Telegram is an app that I didn't really use. Being in the X space, my initial interest, yes, it was brought in through crypto, but it was highlighted with NFTs in that community. And that was not a Telegram heavy community. The NFT interest has waned at the moment. And meme coin super cycle is absolutely upon us. What happens on meme coin super cycle? They're not in Discord. They're not on X. They're on Telegram. And it's a different group, a different community. What is interesting about Telegram? Yes, like X and Discord, it's universal. Not like Telegram. Telegram, everybody in the world outside of the United States has Telegram as an integral part of their life. You can now play games, earn money, earn crypto, transfer funds easier than ever before. Of all the games that I've investigated, Hamster Combat, I've said it a bunch, right? Like I went through probably a month where I looked at all of these different tap to earn, tap to play. I thought Hamster was the best. Ticker sign H, what is the ticker sign? I just want to pull it up real quick. Ticker sign HMSTR. Binance has just added Hamster Combat to its platform. The token launch for all of the people that are playing has been delayed, which is absolutely awesome if you think about it. So all of these people that have been tapping to earn in this ecosystem, there was this FUD that came out around the Ton blockchain. And would Ton have the ability to handle the capacity if we release the airdrop simultaneously with some of these other projects? The answer in short was, we're going to hold off. So Hamster Combat decided to hold off on their airdrop to everybody. This created the FUD, the panic, right? The token had already been released. It's dropping in price. Smart people are buying it because they see the overarching story. And as we move forward, Binance has now decided to incorporate this into their ecosystem. So this is big news. This is worldwide news. This is a worldwide game that is fucking easy to play. And it's interesting. I brought this up yesterday in the podcast as well, is I think we are getting so close to seeing trifectas being launched, which means you simultaneously launch a game, a token, and an NFT project. And in my humble opinion, that is how you garner support in all ecosystems. And for instance, Hamster Combat, if you are a worldwide game, it doesn't mean you offer 50,000 NFTs. You know what? Flip the script. Offer 1,000 NFTs. Right? Make it something desirable. And maybe what you do to allocate the first 100 NFTs that go out before they get put onto the market is you airdrop those holders to either one or two things. One, the largest token allocation, which is boring. Or two, you get online and see who has the best social presence that has been promoting your stuff and gift them the NFT. So there are ways to create this trifecta that have yet to be explored. I can't wait for people to get on board with it. Okay, you can see it. We're just looking at red. Ethereum, it's plunged below $2,800. We've got institutional selling pressures, Ethereum below key support levels, blah, 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 RSI, blah, blah, blah. We know. What are you going to do? So this is interesting. We have Dogecoin. So listen, what happens with Dogecoin? So we understand that X has filed some stuff for payment integration services into the platform. We do not know what payment rail they intend to place on this new vehicle that they are seeking approval for. So we are really close to seeing things happen. At the moment, Dogecoin has said they have not been officially approved, so they want to remove speculation about that. But with Dogecoin, and just, man, everything is just tough right now. Dogecoin, yeah, do we see a bull? It's almost depressing looking at some of these charts. Yep, again, like we just have the death cross right here. Nothing, you know what? We are just, no, that's it. You know what? That's it. It's Sunday. We had a beer. We checked in. We went over some news. We went over some good shit. If you guys are fucking around in the ecosystem, put one salami in your BullX wallet and tune in Monday. We are going to see if we can turn that into 100 salamis. And if we're super smart, if we can turn one soul into 100 soul in 14 days, right, with strict trading rules, and if we do it together, that's pretty good money, right? So if you decide that you want to sit at the terminal with me for 2 hours a day, and the idea is that we are only going to actively trade for 2 hours, bring intel into the session. We are going to set parameters. We're going to teach you the parameters to set, and we are going to remove emotion, fear, and greed from the equation, and we are going to let BullX do the heavy lifting. And let's see what happens. I think we could do it within 14 days. If you guys want to join me, please do. If you are still craving crypto clarity, fucking subscribe to my Substack today. Warning, rare bits may cause hodling.